Go. Go.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my, there's so much pressure. Okay. Hey guys, go. Oh my days, I can't. I sound too cringe.
Ah, yeah, that will do.
Personal, FBL, acquaintance. So, how was your game week, Davey?
49 points. Not too bad. I think what was the average points?
41 or 2 or 3?
Yeah. So I mean, decently above the average. I think I did get a green arrow. Oh no, I didn't. I got a red arrow. Well,
What?
that's tough. So I guess it was not not an ideal game week. You don't love to see the red arrows, but it is what it is. You also got the same amount of points as me. Are you pleased?
No, not at all. I was hoping I could maybe get a couple more points than you. At the moment, in our league, you're 29 points more than me.
Yeah.
Brought it like last week. Brought it a bit closer. Annoyingly, we tied. We had this I had 2 less points than him, and I had Huang to play. I was watching the game, and he scored a goal. He just somehow squeezed one in, and it was offside by like a fingernail.
Oh my god!
A whole thing.
And I just wish. It's just annoying. But yeah, a little disappointing we tied, but we got above the average. So I guess you can't really complain too much about that. I've seen other people with a lot worse game weeks.
That's true.
Yeah, and overall last week we were like tossing and turning between who do we play, Saka or Livramento. Didn't matter. Both got 6 points, and in the end, both got subbed on. Other than that, Salah, 5 points plus the captaincy. You can't really complain. He's only human. He's not gonna always be whooping out 20-point games.
That's true.
But overall, decent score, I say. I'm happy with it, but it could have been better.
Yeah.
So, enough of this game week. What do you think about next game week? Game week 11.
So I have already done a transfer. Might be silly because they always say like don't rush your transfers. Always wait until like deadline, and then like kind of just like ignore the price changes. But I didn't want to do that, and I went early and got James. Now I don't know if that's a great decision, like James versus Chilwell, I don't know. And also, I don't have Trent, so it's a bit of a shambles. But I'm planning a Trent move later, and I just think James is a safe bet. Well, I mean, there's like rotation risk, but he's been looking great. Like back to back, like 20 somethings. Is kind of.
He got 21.
Yeah.
Very tempting, I'd say. Just one little risk is that he's like in 11 games. He's been subbed on 8 times, I think, so far this season.
Yeah.
He's a little risky for getting subbed on, unlike Alonso and Chilwell, which normally will just play the full 90. But the past game weeks you've seen, he's gotten 20-point hauls. So yeah, I can definitely understand getting James in.
I hope it's the right decision, but I guess we don't know.
I hope it's horribly wrong. I hope Chilwell starts getting the balls again.
Yeah. And then the other thing I was tossing up was Salah to Gallagher. Now, it's for a -4, and I don't know whether like Gallagher will get any more points than say Saka, who I'd probably be replacing if I were to get Gallagher in. So I don't know if it's the best play, but I mean in the long run it would help me free up some cash so I could get the likes of Alexander-Arnold later, in like game week 15, which I know is when you're planning to get rid of him, which is something. So I don't know, we'll see about the Saka to Gallagher, but I've gotten James in, so those are my thoughts.
Oh, that's interesting. Interesting transfer plans. I'm actually not sure what I'm gonna be doing yet. I'm gonna probably make up my mind just before deadline. There's a few things that I might do. One of them is downgrading Antonio to Toney, just to like target those fixtures, and Antonio hasn't really been performing. And also just a very nice cash boost, which lets me get Son in hopefully next week. But I just it's definitely a bit riskier because Antonio, his stats are still pretty high, like his underlying stats, but he just hasn't been converting. So I think I will hold on to him as well, since he has such a high ownership. It's not really like downgrading my team really, because if he doesn't play well, half of the FPL managers Antonio won't play well for them as well, because that's how it works. So I think right now I'm gonna roll and save the transfer for next week. Obviously there's an international break, so I think I'll be real comfortable having 2 free transfers if there's like any injuries during international break, and it just lets me be more comfortable. And I'm planning on probably getting Son in next week, obviously with Conte, the new coach. Spurs, it looks like they're gonna come alive. Gonna be a great FPL asset to get them in. Like Reguilón, who might play a wing back position. Kane, hopefully, if he starts getting, like, if Conte gets him back in the form, and then Son's just been performing already. So I think I'm just gonna roll, save my transfer for the international break, and yeah, nothing too exciting for me.
Yeah, fair enough.
So hey guys, this is Levi, who's recording. I'm just kind of here to say, don't listen to what I just said. I decided I'm going with Toney just because I need the cash. You can listen to like the points I had, but like I'm not keeping Antonio anymore. I just need the cash for start next week. So yeah, anyway, let's just get back to the video.
Like on that Son thought, I agree with that. I reckon it could be good to get him in for the lovely run of fixtures that Spurs have. However, I can't, because I can't afford him, which it's a bit tough, but it is what it is. And also on Antonio, I don't know about you, but I've got like 500,000 on him, which, so if I were to sell him, he's got a fixture swing later in like game week 16. So if you were to get him back then, you might not be able to, because you've lost like 500,000 on selling him and then getting him back.
For me, it's only an extra 0.2, but I think if you want to sell Antonio, you have to sell him this week. If you don't sell him this week, you might as well hold on to him until that Norwich game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm just thinking I don't need to, and selling him won't necessarily make my team better, like, directly. So I just don't think the risk's really there. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, tough question right here. Who's your captain?
Ooh, alright, well...
I know, controversial topics, huh?
I mean, with, I'm like 120,000th, right? So, I feel like I don't want to lose. I don't want to go down, I want to go up. And I feel like the best way to do that is to just go safe with Salah. Right? I mean, he's against West Ham. I'm hoping for a return. He gets returns against anyone, so you just hope that he pulls through. But then, I mean, if you want to go slightly more differential, you could go for like Toney or Mbeumo. But yeah, I reckon
Chilwell or James versus Burnley at home.
that's true. It's true. There are other ones you could go for, but for me, it's Salah.
Salah's definitely the safest. Honestly, it's more interesting picking your vice captain than your actual captain. Not like that matters anyway.
True.
But yeah.
Well, who's your
Again,
vice captain gonna be?
I'm vice captaining Chilwell.
Fair enough.
Like, I've seen, I don't know the actual number, but majority of like the top 30 or 50 scoring players are like defenders, kind of. Like, not strikers. There's only like 5 strikers.
Interesting.
So it's like, obviously you can see in our teams all the strikers blanked. So
That's true.
It's definitely an interesting season so far with strikers hard to get a good striker in.
Yeah. Man City's really, they understand that. They got no strikers.
Imagine. Anyway, do you know what formation you're going to be playing or watch players?
So I'm going for the classic 3-4-3. That's what I love to do, in FPL. And I'm gonna bench Livramento and Salah, so that means we got James, Cancelo, Rudiger in the back, Salah, Rafinha, and Bukayo Saka in the midfield, and then Toney, Kane, and Antonio up front. And then I'm gonna play Salah against Crystal Palace as my goalkeeper.
Okay, that's cool.
And you?
Yeah, I'm playing similar to you, still the 3-4-3. So we got Chilwell, Alex Arnold, Cancelo in the back, forming the back three. We got Rafinha, Salah, Mobomo, and Saka as the four. I'm expecting Saka to get a good return against Watford. Then we got Vardy, Antonio, and Huang up front, so leaving Livramento on the bench. Between me, it's like Livramento or Antonio on the bench, but I feel like they won't, like Southampton won't keep a clean sheet. And there's a chance Antonio scores, you never know, could sneak one through.
That is true.
Much I hate to lose the clean sheet on the Alex Arnold.
I mean, yeah, when you got those conflicts in your team, it's not ideal.
But anyway, I think that's all we have to say. I hope maybe you got a little bit of good advice from this. Maybe help you structure your team. Feel free to roast ours. But overall, good luck for your next game week, and see you guys in the next video.
Yeah.